You've got way more storage than my West Sail 42. Like,
and you're a bigger boat. Well, come on below.
oh, thank you! Wow. Welcome aboard. Oh my.
That was on the boat when Don bought the boat. It was made in Tahiti for the original owner, Neville Lewis, and his wife, Louise. And it is 2 dragons for good luck, one of which is a male, one is a female. And then on either end is the constellation Southern Cross, one of which is ascending and the other one is descending.
Wow. That is amazing. That's beautiful.
Isn't that neat?
Thank you so much for having us aboard.
You're welcome.
This is a real
We
honor.
like our old boat. To have this much headroom
Yeah.
in a 1974 boat, so it doesn't make any difference. If you're 6'6" on a Dickerson,
Right.
you have room.
We like to say they're all the same, but no two are quite alike. If the owner wanted to have the icebox here instead of the nav station, you got the icebox here. If he wanted to have a dinette, you got a dinette. Later boats, lots of people got armchairs instead of a settee.
Oh yeah.
Many of them have a cutout through the bridge deck, so the ladder's shorter.
Have you had a chance to see a lot of other Dickerson
Oh,
boats?
yeah.
It's a
and
rendezvous.
Oh, there are rendezvous.
Yeah, the rendezvous in June up in the Chesapeake. Typically on Sunday morning after the regatta on Saturday, everybody tries to look at everybody else's boats.
I
to see
bet.
It's okay, so what have you done since the last year? We know you were working on a project, and so we see what, get ideas.
Yeah, I bet.
It's great.
Wow.
It's great.
This boat circumnavigated. Beausoleil has,
Another Dickerson 41.
she's probably finished up her second circumnavigation. Plover has been to the Med
And back.
and back. So
Compass Rose is in the Caribbean.
considering that it's a shoal draft, probably should be considered a coastal boat.
Yeah.
They've got quite a good record as seagoing, ocean safe.
Don put deep sinks in. We like that
Very,
because it
very
double.
deep.
Yeah,
Wow.
real nice. He put the safety bar in for the gimbal stove, and he put the
That's beautiful.
this he put in 84, 85, and the fridge or ice box is here. So I'm going to move that so you can take a look, see what he did. Put a crate in here that slides back and forth. He put starboard here.
Wow.
Okay, and put in these dividers
Oh, nice.
that he made with the holes to allow the cold air to go through,
Aye.
and water to go under here, and a grab handle.
Wow.
And then used aluminum channel, excuse me. And so we have 2. So cans get put here, regular stuff, and then under the freezer itself. Now this is mounted. Most people mount them vertically, but by mounting it horizontally, you can use regular ice trays.
yeah. Not the kind that have to
Be up
stand on
stu-
their side.
Right, exactly. So,
Wow.
and then once you get things frozen, if you have enough in here and keep it up close to the bottom, you can actually keep it frozen. And then the thermostat for it is right here.
Aye.
And then you'll see in the engine room when you see that, it's, I'll show you the unit. It's an old Frost unit, not Sea Frost, 2 different companies. He bought this when he bought the boat at the same vintage.
Yeah.
Bought it and was in the box, and he put it in the boat. And he said, well, we'll install this. Well, when I met him in 92, it was still in the box. And so finally what happened was when we went to the Bahamas in 2006,
Yeah.
he actually got it installed.
It's
And he
only
said
20
it-
years after I bought it.
He says, I'll just slap it in. Well, he slapped it in and it's still running. One of the things we like about the Dickersons is the storage.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Look how big
It's-
each one of these drawers is.
Wow.
Same thing, all the way down.
Enormous.
You've also got storage right here too. He put this in, which is a small, very small microwave here. Good for reheating and so on. And actually, I've cooked there. And then there's a shelf here. And there's actually access here to dry storage underneath. Then he's got foot pumps underneath here.
Oh,
One
and
for
they're
salt water.
recessed.
They're recessed so
I
you don't
like,
trip over.
yeah, I like that.
And has a little box. And there are the pumps.
Uh-huh. And a water filtration.
Right, the seagull. And then more storage. You know how people are on boats. We make storage.
Yeah.
What you're going to look at is the water tank. That's the
Aye.
top of the water tank. And I
It
store
is.
cans there. The regular
enormous.
spice bottles go in here. And then to open it up, there's just a little elbow catch and you tip it down. And now you can get to them. Because when it's like this, the bottles can't come out whether the boat's upside down.
Yeah.
It'll still stay in there.
Huh.
And then you use the elbow clip. Yeah.
I've never seen a spice rack like that on
Well,
a boat
you won't.
ever.
Nope, that's his design. So more storage here.
Wow.
You can see how simple the construction is.
Yeah, simple.
It is. So, and back behind here, there's more. And this goes, there's another opening there. There's storage here, and we
Yeah.
have our storm anchor, which is an
Wow.
80-pound loop. Here's another access. If you look underneath, this is underneath the counter, and then there's he put a crate in there so I can store in there.
And there's one of your Maryland Seacocks.
Yep. Good access to it.
Wow.
You can go through there and close it and open it to make sure everything works properly.
So we have a lot of things we do on a monthly basis, and one of those is to open and close every seacock.
Aye.
Once a month.
You know,
Yep.
15 minutes.
Yep.
But that's the key to keeping them young,
Yep. Yep.
just like us. They have to move to stay young.
Yep. So you can look down in the bilge. Again, this is another area.
You can see the construction. You can also see another patch that we did in Portola, where you see all the glue lines.
Yeah.
That's the planking. The ones that are sort of an orangey color are new. 3 new planks.
Is that what we were looking at on the outside?
No, this is a different place, but the same process. These big timbers here, they're called floors, and they're bolted to frames. This is a laminated frame end. That's one of my repair methods.
Huh.
That frame had a tiny bit of rot in it, which I watched for 20 years, and it finally took off when we were in the Caribbean. There's a piece running fore and aft right here. You can see the edge of that.
Yep.
That's the major backbone called the keelson. And that is 9 inches thick and at its widest 16 inches wide, tapers. And this piece on top, this big chunk, that's the mast step.
Wow, that's the mast step.
Yeah, so that continues forward past the mast and spreads the load from the mast across 6 frames, I think. She's built.
She's built.
The first time the boat was surveyed in Ohio, Mr. Mullaney was a surveyor. He's an old, salty guy, you know. He didn't want me to disturb him during his survey, so I sat in the cockpit and I heard him down here going, my, oh my. And I started to worry. And I said, Mr. Mullaney, are you okay? He said, I've never seen a boat put together like this.
The main salon table was built for us by Joe Clay, a local shipwright here.
Huh.
And it's made out of solid cherry. And you'll see the inlay here of the Southern Cross constellation. Many people have this but nobody else has this.
Well, we don't know.
Well, not yet. And that way, when you're underway, you flip that around, and you can put stuff here. There's another storage, which is normal on most tables. Each leaf comes up, and then it has little leaves that come out that support it. But what I like that Joe did here, this is solid cherry. He put the breadboards on. That's this edge piece. That's what I learned.
Oh, yeah?
And the grain, if you look at how he matched the grain up here, and it does the same thing on this. And see the grain match here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just beautifully done. And then this is 4 different planks of cherry. These grain lines match up
Oh, wow.
on this. And then these grain lines come together on this one.
And separate pieces of wood.
4 different pieces of wood, but made sure that the grain was close so that it just flows.
But not perfect, because as Joe said, if you match the grain perfectly, you may as well have a sheet of plywood.
There's another settee on this side underneath all these tools, and then again, oodles of storage. This is just, I mean, to give you an idea, my arm is stretched out.
My God, yeah. Wow.
It goes all the way in there
Huge.
and that way.
You've got way more storage than my Westsail 42. Like,
And you're a bigger boat. This pulls out and you pin it so
Yep.
it doesn't slide out. It's pinned right now here.
Aye.
And ring pin and another one on the other side. You pull it out to about here. So you've actually got a berth. And underneath these tools is the lee cloth. You're right here in the center of the motion of the boat.
Yep.
Easy access if you need to jump to the cockpit to help whoever's on duty. Cushions we hold up with Velcro. We find that's really good because
Yep.
it's easy on and off. Pull those off and it actually gives you another 4 inches of room for sleeping. Now, if you don't want that, like let's just say the boat's heeled because you're got big winds, then you may want it there
To wedge
for
yourself
cushion.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but either way, you're good. More storage here. Typically books are here. These are little things Don designed. They attach with snaps on the inside of the Dodger. The binoculars fit in one. And so the water, if the rain or waves or whatever get in it, it goes right out. What Don did was mount this on a piano hinge to get to the wiring so you can hook up if you want to, have your computer screen go on here instead. And then also if you were sitting there, you could adjust it to the right, whatever angle you want.
I like that.
And then this is just a temporary to put so that it's supported well when you're underway. And then it locks.
So like a lot of things we've done on the boat, we just sort of
Try it.
knock it together out of plywood or something,
Yep.
see if we like it,
Try it out for a while.
and then make it pretty later.
So there's behind Don is the Dickerson propane fireplace.
Do you like it?
I have mixed feelings. With the blower, it does a pretty good job of heating.
Yep.
This cabin only.
It's a fuel hog.
Oh, it is.
So if you fire this up and try to heat the boat 24/7, you won't get 7. You'll get about 3 on a 25-pound.
Wow. That's a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of propane.
that's when it's cranked
3
all
or
the way
4.
up.
Yeah.
Now that's
So we use it
sparingly,
sparingly. You're right.
which is fine. It heats up the cabin nicely, and then you can turn it off. Or if I get cooking or we're gonna bake something, then that picks up where this leaves off. And then if we're gonna go to sleep, we would turn it off.
The advantage is it's simpler to install than a diesel heater. But I think a diesel heater is more efficient.
So what we're doing is remodeling the interior of the boat. That's why we're here in Oriental. We went around the Caribbean looking for places to do that. Found several that were possibilities, but came to the conclusion that in fact Oriental, North Carolina is the place. Don's got a very specific idea of what he wants done and what he wants help with. And so he wants to be able to communicate. And we knew that Joe Clay was here in Oriental and we'd seen his work. And so we already knew that his work was fabulous. Really nice and easy to work with. So that was kind of our benchmark. And nothing else came up to that. So we came back. We went around the Caribbean twice on the eastern end. And then we went around the western end once. So, went down as far as Trinidad and Barbados and Venezuela, and went up the Macareo River in Venezuela, where there only one person on the whole river speaks English, and the Indians live as they have forever. They come up to you in dugout canoes, and when we were there, they were just writing down the language for the first time in history. So it's that remote and that primitive. So it was a highlight, one of the highlights of our being out there.